Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Robin Zimmerman. We're bringing you our show from downtown Beaufort at the Pat Conroy Literary Center, and we've got a great show planned for you, so stay tuned. Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Robin Zimmerman. Our first guest today is Sarah Clemmons. She's joining us again from the Home Builders Association. And we have Terry Owens, who is with Vala and Owens Custom Homes. So we'll talk more in a minute with Terry about his company. But first, let's start with Sarah and the Home Builders Association and what's been going on in the last couple months.
Great to see you again, Robin. Thanks for having us here. Of course, we keep super busy at the Home Builders Association. We have multiple events every month. We've got our big Lighthouse Awards judging weekend coming up this month. It's our Excellence in Craftsmanship, and this year we've added some design categories that will also be judged in person. Best architectural design, interior design, and unfortunately we didn't have anyone enter, but landscape design as well. We offered that, as well as a light commercial category, which is new this year as well.
Cool. And again, the Home Builders Association supports builders and contractors, kind of a whole array of people in the construction industry.
Exactly. So anyone who is integral in the building industry, whether it's someone who supplies shirts to companies or a builder themselves, can be involved with the HBA. We've got plumbers, electricians, you name it, and they're in the Home Builders Association.
And as far as counties, what counties do you represent?
So we represent all of Beaufort County, so up here north of the Broad and south of the Broad as well, and we also represent Jasper and Hampton counties as well.
And if a company wants to become part of Home Builders, your website, you have a website, they can register or
Yes,
join.
our website is WHHITV.com. A lot of H's, I know. But they can join online or they can email me directly as well.
Okay.
My email is just Sarah with an H on the end at that website.
Okay, great. And Terry is with us. You've invited Terry Owens to join us. You're a big builder in this area. Terry, thank you so much for being with us. So talk with us a little bit about your company. Okay, how old it is, how large it is, where you build.
Vala and Owens in itself is fairly young, although it's a partnership between Henry Vala and myself. Henry's been a builder in this area for about 15 years, predominantly in the Habersham subdivision here in Beaufort. And I worked as a contractor for several builders, and that's how I got to know Henry. And through some personal trials, we put together a very close relationship. And when the company I was working for wanted to move in a different direction, wanted me to go commercial, I preferred my relationships to my custom builders more than I wanted to pursue anything commercial. And from that, Henry invited me to become a partner so that maybe we can pursue maybe some bigger and better things.
And you're from this area, right?
I am. I'm a native.
And how important is that to you to stay here and really grow your company here?
I didn't realize how important that was to me for some time. I mean, in this industry, that's actually become quite a benefit and added some credibility with a lot of our clients being from here.
Sarah was telling me earlier that you build north of the Broad and south of the Broad, and that's quite unusual in the construction industry, that home builders don't really go
It
both
is. It's almost like they like to
places.
play in their own sandbox in a lot of cases. But me being from here, to me, it's all the same.
One community.
It is. And in fact, a lot of my earlier career in this industry was in Bluffton, even though I've always lived in Beaufort and a brief stint in Jasper County. But we've enjoyed some of our customers here and our reputation. They've invited us to come build their homes, like in Palmetto Bluff and other communities. And that's how Vala and Owens started reaching back into the Bluffton market to build homes.
And how do the two of you work together? What is that relationship like, Sarah?
So Terry's been a member for quite some time now, through both Vala and Owens, and then through his other company previously. We've gotten to know each other pretty well over the last few years, and we rely on him. We ask him to volunteer at our home show. I mean, you name it. We'll beg and plead and ask for anyone to volunteer, and he's been a great resource both to let us know about things that are going on in this area and just a great member.
What about the challenges in your industry here, and we're approaching 2020? What is kind of your vision for your company and the challenges of building in the Low Country? Terry?
Well, thankfully, and not in small part to the efforts of the HBA, they removed a lot of the roadblocks that maybe politicians and things have maybe tried to put out in front of us.
Right.
And it's actually, I think, helped the building industry quite a bit. So I don't necessarily see a lot of roadblocks. You know, code changes, things like that always come up. But like I said, with the HBA's help and just the coalition of builders, and we get a lot of cooperation from the local municipalities, code officials, things like that. And I think they actually like seeing the growth and the things that happen. So I don't really see a lot of the challenges.
Okay. So vision for the future for your company?
Vision for the future with Vol and Owens. Well, there is going to be an evolution, maybe come January, where we're bringing in some more partners and probably and that's in an effort to just become larger and larger. Henry Vala has always had a vision of what he wanted to do, and we have a unique opportunity to do that. I don't know if it's a little premature for me to share all of that, but
exciting.
But yeah, so a lot of big
exciting.
things are coming because we're very encouraged about the market and what's happening, and we love putting our stamp on the community. I mean, we really enjoy doing what we're doing. So.
And obviously the community values your
Well, we
business.
hope so. We hope so.
And Sarah, we have just a few seconds left. Anything else you want to share about any upcoming events or whatever?
Well, as I said before, we keep very busy. The end of this month, we have a sporting clay shoot out at Turkey Hill in Ridgeland. In October, we have a fishing tournament, which will be held over at Port Royal Sound Foundation Maritime Center in between here in Bluffton and Okatee.
Right.
And on and on
On and
until
on
next year, and
until
then it'll all
2020.
start again until 2020.
Thanks, Sarah, for being
Sounds
with
like
us.
a
We'll
lot.
see you
Thank
next
you.
time
Thanks again.
And Terry Owens,
Thank you, Robin.
appreciate it
I
very
appreciate
much.
it.
And we'll
Thank
be
you.
right back.